Hello and welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl, and here we are with our second series of videos. And just like the first ones, where we did a Warlock in World of Warcraft Shadowlands, level 1 to 10, this time we're going to Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 with the recent expansion of End of Dragons, and we're going to level a character there, 1 to 10. And as before, we're going to do it in stages of about half an hour and see how many episodes it will take us to get to level 10 and see how the experience is, and just see how it kind of compares to World of Warcraft and any other games out there. And this is the second in the series. There'll be plenty more to come. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight from the beginning of the process. So by this point, you will have created an account and you'll have installed the game, and you're getting to that first step of selecting a character. Now, unlike World of Warcraft, choosing a server doesn't seem to mean as much in terms of things like faction balance and stuff like that. So you're much freer to choose a server. I obviously, if you've got friends in the game, it's always worth being on the same server as them. So without further ado, let's start the process. So you'll come to what would be a character screen, and you've got your character slots available, and it says double click to create a character. And there you go. And this is the first screen that you're going to see, and it's talking about the different races. So first of all, you've got to select a race. So here we've got the Norn, race of towering hunters. Experienced a great defeat when the Ice Dragon drove them from their glacial homeland. Nevertheless, they won't let one lost battle, however punishing, dampen their enthusiasm for life and the hunt. They know that only the ultimate victor achieves legendary rewards. We have the Azura. These alchemagical inventors may be short in stature, but they're intellectual giants. Among the Azura, is not the strong who survive, but the clever. Other races believe they should rule by virtue of their power and strength. They're deluding themselves. In due time, all will serve the Azura. We've got the Sylvari. Sylvari are not born. They awaken beneath the pale tree with knowledge gleaned in their pre-life dream. These noble beings travel seeking adventure and pursuing quests. They struggle to balance curiosity with duty, eagerness with chivalry, and warfare with honor. Magic and mystery entwine to shape the future of this race that has so recently appeared. My word, stumbling the words. Human, of course, there's always a human race. So humans have lost their homeland, their security, and their former glory. Even their gods have withdrawn, and yet the human spirit remains unshaken. These brave defenders of Kryta continue to fight with every ounce of their strength. And finally, we have the Char. The Char race was forged in the merciless crucible of war. It is all they know. War defines them, and their quest for dominion drives them ever onward. The weakling and the fool have no place among the Char. Victory is all that matters, and it must be achieved by any means and at any cost. So you've got your different races there. We've got to pick one to create our first character. And do you know what? I think I'm going to go... what are we going to go for? Let's go for the Norn, because it's different from human. Like human would be the default kind of to go to, for a lot of people. But I think let's go to the Norn. So we're going to start with these guys. Next, do you want male or female? Let's keep it the same as World of Warcraft. I went for female, so let's go for a female in this one as well. Right, and then we've got our different classes. So you've got a Guardian. Complexity is rated as 1. Favors melee, supports allies, and defensive magic. Guardians gain powerful enhancements from their virtues, which they can briefly expend to aid friends or damage foes. Formidable on their own, Guardians shine brightest in the company of allies. Okay. The Warrior, complexity is 1. Favors melee, high survivability, and weapons master. Warriors build their adrenaline by successfully striking an enemy, then expend it to unleash devastating burst attacks. Warriors are versatile and resilient fighters. We've got the Revenant here. Complexity is 2. Melee or ranged, invokes legendary heroes, magic-wielding fighter. Revenants invoke the power of legendary heroes from Tyria's past, spending their own energy to channel the abilities used by those figures. They are reliable allies and dangerous enemies. We've got an engineer. Complexity is 3. Melee or ranged, gadgets, turrets, and toolkits. Technomancer. Engineers are jacks of all trades, and with enough time, masters of many. Able to bring dozens of abilities and tool belt skills to a fight. Their art is in the choosing the right one to utilize at the perfect time. We've got a thief. Complexity 2 favors melee, stealth, evasion, acrobatic combat. Thieves manage their initiative during combat, expending it to unleash carefully timed attacks. What they lack in defense, they make up for with skills to debilitate, teleport, or vanish from sight. We've got the Ranger. Complexity 1 favors ranged, a pet companion, and a naturalist. Rangers tame a variety of pet companions to complement their fighting style, rounding out their arsenal with traps, nature spirits, and survival skills. They have the tools to take on any type of foe. We've got the Mesmer. Complexity is 2. Favors ranged, creates illusions, finesse, and misdirection. Masters of magical misdirection, Mesmers create and shatter clones and illusions of themselves in battle. Mesmers rely on evasion and subterfuge, requiring finesse and practice to perfect. Ooh, the Necromancer favors range. Summons minions, dark magic. Necromancers of Tyria are monsters on the battlefield, draining life force from their enemies and entering a death shroud that temporarily grants them powerful abilities and protects them from harm. And then an Elementalist. Complexity 3 favors ranged elemental magic versatile caster. Elementalists harness the power of the 4 elements water, earth, fire, and air to cast powerful spells. Their ability to change their elemental attunement mid-combat is versatile but difficult to master. So those are all the different classes. They call them professions here in Guild Wars 2. I'm not going to compare them to WoW classes or anything like that. They are different. They do play different to WoW. The game plays different to WoW. So I think you more have to go with what it says here. I do like my ranged classes, so I'm going to pick something that does favour ranged. So having read everything we've got here, I'm going to go with a ranger. Quite like the idea of the whole naturalist, the pet companion. It does say favour the ranged and stuff. So let's go with a ranger. Okay, so first of all, we've got to create the character. So we've got body features here, which is height. We can go giant or we can go smaller giant, so let's do that. We've got different physiques. I don't know, they're all pretty much of a muchness, aren't they? So I don't know that one. We've got Norn, so we want skin colour. They're sort of the Norn live in the snow, don't they? So we want something sort of kind of light, maybe not that light. They look like almost dead. Yeah, how about we go with light one? That sort of pale skin. Tattoos. Do we want any tattoos? What have we got? That's a bit too extreme. Yeah, I'm thinking just something that's a bit subtle. I don't want any tattoos on the face. So let's have that. And let's have them... Should we have them kind of blue as well? Blue? Have them dark blue. Let's have kind of a dark blue. Or we've got traditional blue one. Purple. No, let's have a dark blue tattoo. That's fine. Right, head options. Okay. I want a sort of grizzled ranger look, don't we? But without being... Yeah, I quite like this with the dark eyes. I think that would look good. And we've got the skin colour in there. Right, we've got to do some hair now. Some ranger-looking hair. Right, hair colour. I want to do it sort of the classic. Let's go for some sort of... We've got light yellow there. We've got flaxen. Yeah, let's go with that sort of Viking-y look. Why not? You know, let's play the stereotype, of course. Let's play and see what hair we've got. We've got this one. Can we turn... There we go. Okay, that's how that looks. Bandana. That's quite nice. I quite like that one. No. See, when you do a character, you've got to get it right. It's nice to see all the different styles, right? What's that one? Yeah, that one's quite good with the old daisies in the hair as well. It kind of gives you that sort of naturalist feel. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Sort of that flowing hair, but we're going to change the daisy colour. Let's make those purple like that. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, face. I don't want to change too much here, to be honest. It is what it is. Nose, mouth, eyes, eye colour. Eye colour will change. Let's have some violet eyes, shall we? Some dark violet eyes. I think that would be cool. Yeah. So there's so many different things you can change. We're not going to go into that. Right, armor dyes. So what do we want as our default armor dyes? Well, so I think color 1, what should we have? Maybe some blue. What else have we got here? Antique gold. And what do we finish off with? Stone. Or actually, do we want stone and trimmed with antique gold? Yeah, I think that'll work. So we're going to have like blue as the main color. We're going to have this like stone color as the sort of the secondary, and then we're going to have like the trim as gold. Let's see how that looks here. So blue, stone, and gold. There you go. That works. And then the boots, the same, is just blue and stone. There we go. So that's how our armor looks. Okay, that's our appearance. This is our ranger. This is our ranger. So there you go. Right, next. Right, so now we have to look more about our character. We've got to think about our character here. So my pet, and then you've got to pick a pet, fights at my side and guards my back. So you've got a wolf. Wolf companions considered a great prize when fully grown. It's a shrewd hunter and devoted ally. We've got the bear. My bear and I fight as a single unit. It takes only the slightest gesture to give a command, and then we're tearing through our enemies. And the final one is the snow leopard. The beautiful snow leopard is a symbol of independence. Its grace and stealth makes it both inspiring and an unbeatable hunter. Well, there's no choice here for me. Snow leopards are one of my most favourite animals. And there are some that I go and visit here regularly nearby where I live. So we're definitely going to go with the snow leopard. Trouble may follow me, but I use to overcome it. So you got dignity. I'm dignified even when up to my ears in mud. It's what makes people respect me. A serious, thoughtful demeanor is the route to success. We've got charm. I'm charming. No one can resist me when I'm at my best. I know just what to say to enlighten the mood or bolster courage. And we've got ferocity. I'm ferocious. Threatening violence gets me further than anything else. I'm a natural, though I do try to use my powers of intimidation for good. So I think I'm going to go with dignity here. An honourable ranger. And then my most important quality is that I have the necessary. So we're building our character up here. So guard the mist. My intuition gives me insight I need to guard the mists where the souls of our ancestors endure in glory. Protect the spirits. It is my duty to protect the spirits of the wild, and it requires cunning to keep them safe from the ice dragon. And strength. Defeat our ancient foes. I keep my body strong so I can defeat our ancient enemies and protect the Great Lodge. I think I'm going to go with cunning to protect the spirits of the wild. At a recent celebratory moot held in Holbrack, I had a rival ever since I was young. He's intelligent, treacherous, and cunning. I lost our last fight, but next time we meet, I'll even the score. We've got blacked out. ale, rowdy brawling. It's far too easy to let loose in the thrill of the moment. After I woke up, I couldn't remember what I'd done. I'm sure it was nothing too terrible. And lost an heirloom. I inherited Romka's horn, a magical ancestral heirloom passed down through generations. After one too many drinks, however, I wagered it on a contest of strength and lost. So got in a fight, lost an heirloom, or blacked out. Let's go got in a fight. Actually, no, that's revenge. No, I think we're going to lose an heirloom. I think that would be good. When I was still a kid, I had a vision, and a spirit of the wild spoke to me and offered its guardianship. That spirit was. Now, all this stuff, I don't know if this is going to impact us in the game. We're going to find out. In terms of the game, I have played it a bit, but not that much, I have to say. I've never really 100% got into Guild of Wars 2. So we've got the bear again. The bear is the most powerful among the spirits of the wild. Symbol of fortitude, self-reliance. She roared over me when I was a babe, and ever since, I've had a bear's courage. We've got the snow leopard again. Snow leopard is a stealthy, smiling spirit. She teaches us independent strategy and laughter in the face of danger. To this day, her wisdom guides me, and my memory of her visit comforts me on dark nights. We've got the wolf. Wolf has the cunning of the pack behind him. He imparts the virtues of loyalty, ferocity, and strength in numbers. When he came to me, he whispered of my heroic future and told me I would never be alone. And then we've got the raven. Raven, clever and wise, guides us through the truths that others fear. He bestows a far-seeing clarity of mind in my vision. He spoke of riddles and opened my eyes to secrets that few others can see. So we're going to go with the snow leopard there. So this is the last stage, right? So we've got to create our character name. So you've now kind of built up your character. So that you've got a little story here, which is, though trouble may follow me, I overcome it with dignity. Snow leopard, my spirit guide, teaches that there's a time to be serious and a time to laugh. I rely on my cunning to protect myself and my allies, and yet in the past I have been foolish. I wagered Romka's horn, an ancestral heirloom with magical properties, on a test of strength. I was overconfident, but I'm determined to get it back. I'm a ranger, and I have a snow leopard that fights at my side and guards my back. This is my story. Ghost Owl. What do you reckon? Is it going to work for us? Hopefully. Next. Ghost Owl is already in use. Okay. Ghostly Owl. Let's try that one. There we go. And we're in. We are in. So that only took us nearly 15 minutes.
I am Norn, hunter of the wild, born of the free and rugged Shiver Peak Mountains. In the far north, my people fought our greatest enemy, Jormag, a dragon of frost and snow. The dragon broke our pride, but it did not break our spirit. In our last hour, we heard the voices of 4 of the spirits of the wild: bear, raven, snow leopard, wolf. They called us south, away from certain annihilation. We founded the Great Lodge of Holbreck and claimed new hunting grounds. Some say we should not fight Jormag. I say the greatest risk is to wager nothing at all. One day, a hero will lead us home, and we will break the dragon's icy grip. I weave the skein of wisdom. My cunning confounds lesser foes. Like my ancestors before me, I seek glory. One day, I will take my place among the heroes of the Norn. The spirits of the wild have given me the gifts of trickery and cleverness. I challenge the skill of my enemy. I am the predator, they are the prey. I am still untested, but already my deeds have earned me friendship and great respect. Each year, a great hunt is called in Holbreck. Only the best among us are invited to participate. I'll prove my worth with guile, collecting trophies to show my prowess. Then I will drink and boast of my victories. I accept this challenge. I relish it. Come, danger. Come, adventure. In the lodges and halls of my people, my cunning will be remembered through the ages. This is my story.
And there we go. So we're now starting the game. We've created our character. We've chosen a race, a class, and then we've built our character. We've even chosen the colours of our armour, and now we're starting the game proper. Getting around, so we've got WASD to move your character. Click on this hint to close it, and you may have things in here. Depending on what's going on. Part of this will be because I have played the game before, so we've got login rewards there, which everyone should get. So we're just going to click on that. Available dailies, okay. And then you've got mail and stuff here. So I'm not going to worry about those things right now. It will depend upon what's going on. But here we are. This is where we start as a Norn. So I've got my pet already, so there's no training or anything like that. We've already got a pet. Now, looking to where we have to start, we've got here, we've got our map, we've got a little green star. It says the Great Hunt, level 1. Hunt down game animals and collect trophies. Okay, right, abilities is down here. We've got no other weapon to choose. We've just got this one ability. That looks like some sort of healing spell. So one of the things I do notice with this game is that initially when you start into the game, it's so confusing about what stuff does compared to something like World of Warcraft. You look at this one ability and you look at all the things there: healing, Aegis, alacrity, fury, might, protection. To a new player, this doesn't mean a huge deal. So there's a huge amount of resources online and YouTube videos and stuff like that, so I do recommend obviously checking them out. But it looks like we've got some health here. This is our dodge and evade. Looks like we can do 2 of those. These are all locked. That's a novelty, and we've got a 10th anniversary boost. If you're playing the game literally right now, we get 30% karma, 30% magic find, 30% world versus world, and 30% PvP. So there you go, this game is on its 10th anniversary. Level 1 experience bar at the bottom, and then obviously all our sort of mini menu items stuff up here, and the chat is in the bottom left hand corner. Right, so let's go and talk to the first person. They've got the green star. So camera control is hold the right mouse button, so you can see pretty standard MMO style controls. Let's click on the first one.
Hail, hero! Are you here to take part in this year's great hunt?
Of course I am. Just tell me what needs to be done and stand clear.
Hunt down the wildest animals you can find and take trophies from your kills. Present only the finest to Ido the Tanner to prove your worth. Whoever has the best trophy and whose bravery is the greatest will be invited to join the Great Hunt. Newt Whitebear has said this season's event will be one of the most dangerous, so be ready. I've even heard the renowned Erstigulkin might attend.
I look forward to impressing them both, after I've earned my place in the hunt.
Rise to the challenge.
Okay, there we go. So the first thing is hunt and collect a trophy from a dire boar, an owl griffin sire, or minotaur bull. And we've got the green like stars on the mini map. So let's go. This is the closest one here. So we're looking for a dire bull, an owl griffin, or a minotaur bull. So there you go. There's one over here. There's a dire boar. Looks like somebody's already attacking it. They are NPCs. So there you go. Let's just start going. So here we go. We can evade. So I don't have double tap set, right? So I find you can normally when you first come into the game, you'll find that you've got double tap. He is there. I thought he was bugged out. You'll find that you've got double tap attached to like if you double tap your W key. I don't like that because it means that sometimes you can evade by mistake, particularly if you're using a keyboard. Like I use a Corsair K100 with the silver switches, which have a very light response time, and it's very easy to evade when you don't want to. So I actually have it on a separate button, which allows me to evade, because you can only evade twice, right? And then this bar has to fill back up. When it fills up halfway, that's 1 evade, and when it fills up the second one, that's 2 evades. So there you go. Anyway, we've got the first kill there, and we now move up to Ido the Tanner, or Ido.
Hail, Hunter. I'm the local leather worker. Ido's the name. Show me your kills, and I'll make them into trophies you'll be proud to show at the moot. Pricking, singing, and boasting. I love a good old-fashioned moot. Others save their parties for holidays, but I say every day alive's worth celebrating. Hey, Newt, look at this impressive trophy. Worthy of the great hunt, I'd say.
Indeed. You are skilled enough to defeat your prey, and wise enough to revere their spirits. You are worthy to join in this year's great hunt. By my own hand, I've brought the mighty worm Azura. He waits above in the plateau for one such as you to challenge him. The great heir Stegalkin watches over him now, waiting for the hunt to commence. When it is time, you and the others will go to the high ground, over the valley. There you will face Azura, and claim victory, if you can.
I can and I will. This is where my legend begins.
Okay, so you need to accompany Air on the Great Hunt. So one thing to know, I actually really like the way that the quests work in you've got the voice acting and the interaction, even the separate sort of screen that you get. I think all that's pretty cool. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, holy crap, that's great maybe the first time you play the game. And again, a bit like World of Warcraft, I do recommend that you read and go through it, builds up the story and the atmosphere. And of course, it will be different depending on your character and depending on the race that you choose. However, right, where is it? Why can't I get up here? Looks like okay.
What better way to prepare for victory in the great hunt? Once those
Okay, so there's like so the door's closed right now, so I can't get up there. So, but there's this brawl that's happening over here. So let's do that while we're waiting for those doors to open. I think that's what we need to do. But like you're thinking, oh, once I've done this once, do I really want to do it again? And listen to this again and again and again if I'm doing alts. Now, this game, I have to say, is incredibly alt-friendly. And I'm someone that loves lots of alts. So why I haven't got more into this game, I can't tell you. I just think maybe I've never actually got into the game with some friends. I came into it solo rather than coming in with a group of people. Maybe that's the reason why. But it's incredibly alt-friendly, and you can skip all of those just by pressing escape. You don't have to listen to each one every time. If nothing else, this is, while we're waiting for those doors to open, this is, there we go, a moose to finish off. So we don't need any arrows and stuff like that. That's it's all unlimited. So here we go. Fur flies. So at the moment you might be thinking, yeah, this looks like a typical hunter, and you're probably not far wrong. You've got your pet, you've got your bow, you know, that sort of thing. I think overall, the real effect on the classes comes with the fact that pretty much any class can tank, any class can do melee effectively, and the ranger can also do healing as well, and so it is.
The road is long.
It is very different to something like World of Warcraft in that regard.
May Snow Leopard grant you swiftness.
So here's Erstagolkin. So a main character here. She's obviously got that wolf pet. As well is a ranger.
With the pack. In the eyes of wolves, we are all brothers and sisters.
battle with the strength of a bear.
Okay. Be victorious in the Great Hunt. So let's kill the worms.
Onward to glory!
The other thing I think you'll find with this game is where it tends to be more dynamic in the combat side of things. In that, from what I found out is that very little, if any, abilities need you to be stationary. It's much more dynamic in the movement and the fighting, and with that you only get a few abilities that you can use in each. You can see the action bar there is not incredibly big. It's pretty cool. That's like one big scary frostworm. There he is. We're gonna have to watch out for him. He looks like he's... There you go. So yeah, he interrupts there. We've got healing, so you can evade that. So what we're going to have to do is evade. So you can watch for animations and do your evade. There, like that. So you can evade. And that's critical. The combat is critical that you're doing these evades to get out, and that's why I say it's much more dynamic than maybe something like WoW. As always, don't stand in the crap on the floor, but you have to evade a lot more, and you have to watch for animations a lot more of the boss to know what's going on.
What a hunt! I heard about your victory. Very impressive.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought battle, and I'm proud of my part in it.
An excellent beginning to your legend, friend. You know, a lot of folks around here have problems that need solving. A slayer like you could be a big help. Putting your skills to work sharpens them, and helping others wouldn't hurt your reputation either. Think of the glory.
I will seek out these problems and solve them. Then we will see how my legend grows.
There you go. So the Great Hunt was complete. We've been rewarded with a bow, some copper, some experience points. You got the character adventure guide here. Let's accept that. We've learned a new skill, which is called Rapid Fire. We've leveled up to level 2. When you level, it tells you level 2 rewards. You get attributes, stat increase, and a weapon skill 2. Upcoming level rewards, which is really nice. So it says when you get to level 5, you get a new profession. Level 6, fine equipment. Level 10, you get a personal story unlocked. And level 11, you start getting hero points, which is all very good. So there you go. That is the end of episode 1. Yes, we spent 15 minutes creating a character. The character creation process a little bit more involved than World of Warcraft that we did before, for example. I'm going back to that one because that was our first series of videos to compare against. So we spent about 15 minutes or so creating the character. We then come into the game. We're listening to each of the dialogue scenes, and we've managed to do essentially 2 quests. One of them is completing the beginning of the Great Hunt, and we're now a bit more free to explore what's going on in the next few episodes. The task here is to get to level 10 and see how many episodes it takes and see how we find the game in those first 10 levels. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching. That's the end of episode 1. You've been watching The Ghost Owl, and keep your eyes peeled for episode 2.